Good evening, guys. Well, it is October and approaching winter. Well, I don't know if it's approaching winter, I think it's autumn right now, but it's getting considerably darker in the mornings, and when I left this morning it was pretty much night time. So, yeah. I've wondered whether I'll continue riding in the winter. I don't. Well, I like to. I want to. It's just a question of how cold it's going to get. Really, obviously, I'm not going to ride when it's snowing or icy or anything like that, because that's just crazy. But if the temperatures, at a reasonable temperature such that the roads are in good enough condition to ride, then yeah. So I've just got to think about getting some warmer clothes, perhaps. Maybe some heated grips for the bike. And yeah. Yeah, so hopefully that should make winter riding a bit more pleasurable, if I do ride in the winter. I know a lot of people put their bikes away in the winter, which I've considered doing, but I don't know, but that means I'd have to go back to taking the train to work, and I just can't do it. You're probably wondering why I'm not filtering here. Well, there's a reason for that. Firstly, these roads are incredibly tight, and it's and also I've done a. I mean, this guy's going to do it quite nicely, isn't he? Yeah, look at that. But sometimes I just can't be bothered. Sometimes I just prefer to sit with the traffic and chill out for a bit. And also, I've done sort of timings. I've basically timed how long it takes me to get to work and back if I just don't filter at all, versus how long it takes for me to get to work if I do filter. And and you know what? It's the difference in time is like a couple of minutes, mainly because of my journey as well, because. My journey, there's not a lot of traffic on the road. This guy's probably wondering, what the heck is he doing talking to himself? On my journey, there's not a lot of traffic. Not a lot of places where you can filter. I mean, there's not a huge amount of traffic, but then let me restate that. There is a lot of traffic, but where there is traffic, there's always a bus lane, because the heaviest traffic is when you get in towards the centre of London, and there's always a bus lane there. So I always use it, and so it means I don't have to filter. So yeah. And there's just places also when it comes to filtering that, well, having done this route quite a few times now, there are safe places to filter and there are incredibly dangerous places to filter. And you know, and having made a number of mistakes myself, I've just basically learnt the hard way. So yeah, I've sort of come to the conclusion that, you know, filter when absolutely necessary. Obviously, but with regards to timings, I think it's really only going to save you time if it's a massive amount of traffic. Like I was coming back on the M1 quite recently, and there was just tollbacks for ages. And there was an incident up ahead, and so I had to filter through pretty much all of that, and that would have saved me that saved me quite a lot of time, I'd imagine, on my journey. But it's situations like that where I think filtering is great. But for just traffic like this, where it's sort of, you know, it's moving pretty steadily, there's a traffic light up ahead, so, you know, it's not completely stationary. So yeah. Because me, I'm a bit paranoid when it comes to safety. And it's just crazy though, because I mean, when I see other bikers ride, it doesn't seem that safety is much of a concern to them, which is crazy. Well, I think that's crazy. I mean, just if I see a few bikers in London, I mean, I just see some guys just wearing just shoes, you know, normal shoes that you, office shoes, and trousers and a suit, you know, and nothing else. You know, the only safety gear they got on is a helmet, and they're riding like a 600cc machine. I'm thinking, geez, why would you do that? And yeah, it's proper crazy. And also, there was this one time, another reason why I like to stick with traffic sometimes is because there was this one time I was coming up, it was up to Henley's Corner actually. I mean, look at this guy, he's like sort of filtering at speed, you know, we're doing almost 40 miles an hour. I just wouldn't do that. I don't know. Maybe it's me, hey? Yeah, but there was this one incident. I was coming up to a junction. It was a set of crossroads with traffic lights on either side, and our light went green. And I was at the front, and because I'd filtered to the front, and then the light went green, and then there was a car that had obviously skipped the red light on the other side and was trying to make its way through the opposing traffic, and I thought, oh no, this is not going to end well, and I really wish I wasn't at the front of this queue. And so yeah, and I thought, gosh, you know, so for that reason what I now do is I tend not to filter towards the front of traffic. I tend to filter several cars back, and that's for two reasons really. If there are incidents like that, you know, just let the other traffic deal with it, because they're in cars and I'm on a bike. And secondly, every other biker will make their way to the front, so I'd rather not have to race every other biker off the green light. So I'd rather just hang a few cars back, let them all get out my way, and then I can just chill. Which it's worked out quite well. That seems to work out quite well. Well, this week's been an interesting week. We've had, in the space of a week, well, actually, it was last week, it was 27 degrees, proper summer temperature in October, which is incredibly odd. And, let's just change lanes here. Yeah, 27 degrees, and then for about the course of several days it dropped 17 degrees to about 10. And so, obviously not anticipating that temperature drop, I was riding on the M1 with nothing, just with my leathers on and just a light top underneath, and I was freezing. I was like, oh man, this is cold. So, yeah. I learned the hard way. Right. Okay, there's going to be some traffic here. Actually, it's not too bad. I left about 10 minutes earlier this morning, so it's not going to be too bad. Nah, that's alright. I'll just chill here for a bit. Right, see you later.